A pleasant day to everyone. Okay, so let's discuss the um, given problem. So, ang sinabi ko dun sa inyo is you have to identify. Number one is you have to label the different fingerprint patterns. You have to name different fingerprint patterns. Number two is you have to locate the core. And number three is you have to locate the delta. And number four is you have to classify the fingerprint from primary, secondary, subsecondary, major, key, tsaka final. Okay. So, una natin gagawin ngayon is kinakailangan nating i-identify muna yung fingerprint pattern. Okay? So, kinakailangan matrain tayo about the identification ng fingerprint pattern, specifically sa dito sa field ng forensic science kasi we expect na may mga images pagdating sa board examination. Okay? So, first, we have this number one. So, ito yung number one natin. So, radius enter from one side and flow to the other side. So, pag radius enter from one side and flow to the other side, automatic yan is arch. Now, the problem is, dalawa yung arch natin. So, we have this plain arch at mayroon tayong tinatawag na tented arch. So, anong palatandaan natin kung ang tawag natin is plain arch at saka tented arch? Now, pag plain arch, sufficient rise at the center lang. Pero pag yung radius enter from one side and flow to the other side, tapos meron siyang angle, upthrust, or tent formation, katulad nito, meron siyang angle, meron siyang tent formation or upthrust. Therefore, it is known for the tented. Kaya ilagay natin dito is tented. Ito naman sa kabila, lagay natin dito ay arch. Okay? So, plain arch rather. Ito naman ay plain arch because radius enter from one side and flow to the other side with sufficient rise at the center lang. Ito naman, radius enter from one side and flow to the other side having an angle or upthrust or tent formation. That's why we have the so-called the tented arch. Okay? So, next one. So, ganon yung difference ng plain arch at saka tented arch natin. Next one is we have the so-called the loop formation. Okay. So, unahin muna nating i-locate kung saan ang core at saka yung kanyang delta. Okay. So, in terms of delta, ito yung ating tatawagin na delta. Yan. Yan yung i-label natin na delta. Next, i-locate natin kung saan yung tinatawag natin na core. So, meron tayo ditong tinatawag na innermost sufficient recurve. So, pag innermost sufficient recurve, kasi ang definition ng ating core, yan yung proximate center. Kung baga, yan yung pinaka-center part ng ating fingerprint pattern. So, dito, ito yung ating center part ng ating fingerprint pattern. Natandaan natin, pag innermost sufficient recurve, you have always to remember yung tinatawag nating shoulder of the loop. So, lakihan natin. So, pag sinabi nating shoulder of the loop, is yun yung point kung saan yung ating loop ay nag-curve inward or lumiko yung ating recurving ridge. So, kung ito yung shoulder of the loop natin, dalawang point yan. So, meron ditong itong part at ito na part. Now, alin dyan ang tatawagin natin ngayon na core? So, always remember, kasi ito yung ating delta, always remember na ang shoulder of the loop na pipiliin natin is yun yung away from the delta. So, away from the delta. So, therefore, ito yung away sa delta, ito yung magiging core natin ngayon. Okay? So, yan yung magiging core natin. Now, it is a form of loop formation. So, anong klaseng loop ito? Kasi ang loop natin is meron tayong ulnar at meron tayong tinatawag na radial. Now, by definition itself, pag sinabi nating ulnar, yung kanyang recurving ridge ay papunta sa little finger. Okay? Itong kanyang recurving ridge ay papunta sa little finger. Pag sinabi mo namang radial, ang kanyang recurving ridge ay papunta naman sa thumb. Okay, through the use of this hand signal, ito yung ating left hand. Ito yung ating left hand at ito naman yung ating right hand. Okay? Ito yan yung ating right hand. Now, tingnan natin, kasi sa classification table, ito sa taas, dito sa taas, puro yan dito lahat na right hand. Okay? Sa taas, dito sa taas, puro yan lahat right hand. At dito naman sa baba, puro yan lahat dito ay left. Okay? So dito sa baba, puro yan lahat, left. Dito naman is right hand. Okay? So therefore, we have to use this right hand. Kasi right hand kasi yung tinatanong dito. Now, titingnan natin saan ba papunta yung flow ng direction nito. So ito yung titingnan natin ngayon, itong hand. So saan papunta yung flow nitong ating recurving ridge? So ang flow ng ating recurving ridge ay papunta dito sa ating little finger. Kasi ito yon, yung flow ng ating recurving ridge ay papunta dito sa ating little finger. So therefore, kung papunta sa little finger, yung flow ng direction ng ating recurving ridge, it is known for the ulnar. Okay? Kaya sulatan natin dito, ulnar. So next one. Ito another type of loop din. Okay? So let's identify first where is the delta. So ito yung magiging delta natin. Yan. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin itong delta kasi yung ating bifurcation ay it does not open towards the core. So nakatagilid siya towards the core. So ito yung magiging delta natin ngayon. Now next. So tingnan natin na yung ating innermost sufficient recurve, okay? Simula dito, meron siyang tinatawag din ng bifurcate dito. Ayan. Din sa loob ng ating innermost sufficient recurve, ay meron tayong tinatawag na rod or bar. So yung rod or bar na yan, ang requirements niya, para gamitin natin as a form of core, it must high or it must high as the shoulder of the loop. So walang problema dito kasi kasing taas naman siya ng shoulder of the loop. Wag lang siyang lumampas kasi pag lumampas siya dito, pag lumampas yan, ibig sabihin, nagiging appendage na yan siya ngayon. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yan pag nagkaroon ng appendage. Pero ito, okay lang yan. Okay? Rising as high as the shoulder of the loop naman siya. So saan natin ilalagay ngayon? Ilalagay natin dito sa end point ng ating rod or bar. Kaya ito yung magiging core natin ngayon. Okay, so now, let's classify what type of loop is this. So ito yung kanyang recurving ridge. So yung kanyang recurving ridge, right hand pa rin yung gamitin natin kasi sa right hand tayo. So pag sa right hand, ang kanyang recurving ridge ay papunta dito sa thumb. Okay? So pag ang recurving ridge ay papunta sa thumb, therefore ang tawag natin dito sa kanya ay radial. Okay? So radial ang tawag sa kanya kasi papunta sa thumb yung kanyang recurving ridge. Next one. Another pattern. Kung nakikita nyo dito is we have the so-called the toe distinct loop formation. So meron ditong toe distinct loop formation. It is a form of the whorl, a composite pattern. So it is a type of the double loop whorl. Okay, so double loop whorl, it means it is kanyang symbol natin dito is letter D. So double loop whorl yan. So next one, baba tayo. We have the